Oh crap. There we go. Hey friends, how you doing? Day 6:30. Hope you're doing amazing. I'm just doing a little grounding here in front of my front yard, and just want to come in and share with you a little bit about a book that I just started reading. I read it before, and it was really great, so I'm rereading it. It's called Four Pillars of a Man's Heart. Oh man, I gotta flip this again. Give me a second. Technology. Okay. There, can you read? All right. Four Pillars of a Man's Heart by Stu Weber. Really great book. So he talks about four pillars of a man's heart. And so what are those four pillars? Number one is a servant king. And the servant king in a man's heart is to provide. The second pillar is a tender warrior. And their role there is to protect. The third pillar is a wise mentor, and they are to teach. And the fourth pillar of a man's heart is a faithful friend, to connect. Okay, and then so those are the four pillars of a man's heart. And the adjectives are very important because if you just talk about the king, warrior, mentor, and friend, that's great. But if it's out of balance, then you don't have a servant king. Instead, you have a brute. Instead of a tender warrior, you'll have a... Hold on. I just read it too. Sorry, yeah. A brute. Hold on. Yeah, instead of a tender warrior, you're a brute. Instead of a king, you're merely a tyrant. Instead of a mentor, you're just a know-it-all. Instead of a friend, at best, you're an acquaintance, or worse, a betrayer. And so why is it important? Why is it good to know these parts of a man's heart? It's because every situation will require a different part of you to come out. And so whatever the situation is, does the friend need to come out and connect? Or does the warrior need to come out and protect instead of connecting? Or maybe you need the wise mentor to come out and just teach something, right? Each function, each role serves something very important. And the question is, which one is needed at the time? And so, I don't know, what is the role of man nowadays? I think, I don't know, society is kind of, emasculated males in many different ways that I've seen anyways, because, in general, boys learn how to be a man by being next to a man, growing up with a man, seeing what a man does. And so we learn by being side to side, if you will. And so if a young boy didn't grow up with a father teaching him how to be a man, then it's really hard. It can be very confusing on what is the right thing to do, how to act, how to be a man, right? How to man up. And I think that's contributed to a very high divorce rate that we have nowadays. But, how can we fix, quote unquote, fix our society, or at least move it in the right direction? I believe it starts with the home. Because what if each home had a healthy environment for children to actually grow up, feel safe and protected? I think we would be able to develop a lot more mature adults as they grow up. But that requires each one of us to start with ourselves and learn on how to be a better person, right? I'm just talking about man today because of the book, but man and woman. And but in every relationship, whether even if it's a gay couple or lesbian, right? Typically there's one person who's more masculine energy, another person has more feminine energy. So I'm just talking about more, I guess, the person with the masculine energy. But yeah, when I read this book the first time, I was like, wow. I'm like, this really speaks to me, and it connects, and it's just like, wow. a lot of this I feel because, you know, like the friend in me like wants to connect. Like, I don't know if you ladies know this, but man, we want to connect with you. You know, it's actually very important. But it's very fragile for us as well. And actually, I'm gonna do a different live on that another day. But I think for us to move forward, I think it starts with the home. We really need to start having people just start to grow, to learn, and you know, to understand what or how it is, and what the healthy things to do is in terms of raising our young children. That's just my belief. I know a lot of people trying to change the world, impact, positive, doing this and that, volunteering, which is great, and we need that. But I think the most powerful impact any of us can make is in the home. That's if you have children. I'm still single, but you know, the way I see it, and I've said this before, is like, you know, we're all one family. You know, someone else's children is still, you know, we're all still all family, right? And we should really be trying to help each other grow, learn, protect. Because at the end of the day, I believe that people who hurt other people probably went through a very unhealthy childhood and environment, and so that's probably why they do certain things to not contribute to society, let's just say that. And so if we fix it in the home, I believe we can definitely help society move forward in a much healthier way. Anyways, I only just read the first 2-3 chapters, so I'm looking forward to reading. It's been like, I don't know, 7-8 years since I read it, but it was really great the first time I read it. If you guys want to read it, please do. Let me know what you think. You know, most of that stuff is based on a biblical perspective, so just FYI. But you know, just because it is doesn't mean that it takes anything away from how powerful the lessons are and the points are. So anyway, hope you're all doing well, and hope something resonates with you on this live. Talk to you guys too.